How's it going, everybody? Welcome to what will be the last feature match of this format. That's why I'm doing a double upload today, because there actually is one card that I think most of us probably wouldn't expect to have been on the ban list that actually does appear in this video. So this video would be potentially invalid once the new changes go into effect. So I'm trying to get it out into a double upload today while technically the old format is still in effect. So we have ABCs on the left versus Harpies on the right. Of course, this being the round 4 feature for this week. There won't be any feature matches this week, as there was no point in going to locals this week since they were still playing the old list. Yeah, so looks like our ABC player losing the dice roll, getting made to go first, and then just having to pass, which is really, really unfortunate, because as you guys know, if you've seen previous feature matches, you know that Utopia Double is an extreme threat coming from the Harpy deck, because I've always said it, Harpy really does two things. The first one being double or nothing OTK, the second one being Featherstorm shutting you down completely for a turn, and then next turn trying to double or nothing OTK. But it looks like that won't be the case. He's just going to Dweller instead. Fearing perhaps more interruptions. So just going the safe route with the Dweller, passing it back over to our ABC player, getting started with a 1 of Terraforming, which of course will find him that copy of Union Hanger coming in so clutch, as we know. Union Hanger will attempt to activate. Looks like he's opting to hold the Ash in the hand. Does look as though he does have Ash Blossom in the hand, or at least our Harpy player does. One set back row could be a Hysteric Sign as a bluff, could be a Cosmic Cyclone, Twin Twister, who knows. Also appears to have had a Nibiru in hand, at least in main deck that I saw. So, of course, playing a blind second deck as Harpies is, I guess, doesn't seem like it has too much of going first potential, at least until the new Master Rules go into effect, where you can spam actual multiple rank 4s onto the board. So, playing the Symphonic Warrior guitar into the scale, discarding the Danger Bigfoot to attempt to go ahead and believe to grab the microphone, which gives him the double normal summon. That is met with Ash Blossom. Of course, the Bigfoot would resolve here, but the Dweller will say otherwise. And then, of course, going to go now use the normal summon. Would be 2 normal summons, thanks to the Symphonic Warrior package, which some builds can tack in. Seen every now and then, and of course going to be looked at as more of a viable option now that Brilliant Fusion has been officially banned. So he's going to equip the A from deck and run over the Dweller. So, and that'll do it for his turn. Now passing it back over to our Harpy player, the Perfumer and the regular Harpy Lady coming out thanks to the Elegant Egotist, now going into the Utopia Double, then going into the double, just the regular Utopia, then searching out the double or nothing, and that will prove to be game right then and there. So heading into game 2 rather quickly. So as we head into game 2, of course, a quick shout out to Imperium Duelists. If you guys are interested in picking up some amazing TCG accessories, you can find their website down in the description below, as well as a discount code you can use to save 10% off your entire order on some amazing dice, deck boxes, sleeves, and mats, and things like that. So check them out. And also don't forget to use my affiliate link to TCG Player down in the description below. So looks like some danger plays trying to get started here, and D-Shifter will meet them, slowing down any potential plays that might be made. So D-Shifter doing a good job there at slowing things down. Setting one monster alongside a back row and just passing. We'll see the Harpist be played alongside the Hysteric Sign and the Elegant Egotist to summon out the Harpy Lady 3. He'll go into the battle phase and hit the defense position C Crush Wyvern, which will prove to be perhaps too much to get over. And then he's just going to pass there, opting not to make a rank 4 this time around. Just going to pass, and hopefully our ABC player won't have much of a follow-up where he can continue to accrue advantage, but I guess not making a rank 4 because he has the Featherstorm in hand. So, of course, making a Dweller would turn off the Featherstorm play. Nessie won't be able to finish activating here because of the Featherstorm. So I believe it does negate activated effects too. Featherstorm is an extremely powerful card. A little bit almost seemingly too powerful. But anyways, going to commit the normal summon now to the A Assault Core. That'll run over the Harpy Lady 3. I believe A Assault Core has a whopping 1900 attack, so can clear most normal summons in this case. So that'll do it for his turn, passing it back over to Harpies. He'll normal summon the Perfumer, and perhaps might have a response on summon, of course. You would expect that with 2 set back row. We'll see the Elegant Egotist be played now to summon out another Harpy from the deck. So possibly a rank 4 play here as well. But going for double or nothing at this point seems a little too risky with 2 set back row. But he's going to attempt it anyways. So the summon is there. And he's going to detach to search the double or nothing. And Utopia double will be negated thanks to an infinite impermanence. And still able to resolve and add a copy of the Perfumer, it looks like. That'll do it for Harpies. Gonna pass it back over to ABC. He'll start by normal summoning the B Buster Drake. And as it stands, he's got all the pieces he needs to be able to go into the Dragon Buster. But going to go ahead and link first into a copy of the Security Dragon. Be able to use the effects now of B and C, showing that he does have a legal target in hand, you know, before the search resolves, to be able to resolve the effect of C to summon from hand, and then using B to add C. And then C, of course, is going to summon the C that he just added off of the B. And then linking all of those now into a Nightmare play here. We'll either see the Cerberus, yes, since that Harpy was special summoned. And this could allow him to draw here. Be able to destroy and draw thanks to the co-linked arrows. So now using the effects of Cerberus to destroy the Harpy. And also A to be able to add back. And then Droll Lockbird on the resolution of the Cerberus once the draw is complete. Technically could have ashed it, the Cerberus, since it was co-linked upon activation. So that's something that could have been ashed to stop both the destruction and the draw. Because while it is co-linked, it technically can legally resolve the draw effect, which Ash then could negate. So going now to use Security Dragon and using Utopia Double's effect now, which I didn't even realize was a quick effect, but I guess it is. And being able to quickly overlay into Utopia and add double or nothing. And now going to negate the Unicorn with the Ash, since he can do that since it is co-linked. Although I don't know if he would be able to like technically Ash since he's under Droll Lockbird. But again, Ash still being able to negate here the effect of Nightmare Unicorn, trying to remove the double or the Utopia, not the Utopia double, just the regular Utopia, because this actually could prove to be a bit of a problem since it can negate at least one attack. And it is at a double the attack right now at 5,000, so technically nothing he has can get over it. And especially with being able to negate one attack on its own, it would be pretty hard pressed to do anything about it at this point. So he still has double or nothing in hand, and also a Kaiju, and that's going to go right over top of the Dragon Buster. Every ABC player's worst nightmare is that Kaiju in the main phase. So I think a lot of people ended up getting into the habit of tagging out during the standby phase to prevent that. Elegant Egotist now for the, I believe what might be the last copy of Harpy Lady number 3 in the deck. Still has that Hysteric sign up. Going to go into battle phase and attempt to go for the OTK here while he still can with the double or nothing and the Utopia on board. But Judgment will say otherwise to the double or nothing. And now sort of has to be, you know, in the position to make a follow-up here. Still in the battle phase, though, running over Cerberus. And now checking the graveyard, seeing if there's any pieces in the grave. I believe there's still an A Assault Core and a C Crush Wyvern in the grave, so literally just one piece away from being able to get into another Dragon Buster. Cannot make a rank 4 right now because of that Utopia, so he will have to link off if he wants to, you know, be able to try to make any rank 4 plays happen possibly, but he's just going to pass turn there. And it looks like our ABC player gets lucky in finding that Union Hanger which will grab him that B, Buster Drake, and also on normal summon be able to equip a Union from deck. I believe also playing some other obscure Union cards in the main deck that I'm not actually sure what their names are, but we might see those later. So equipping A from deck, the A Assault Core, be able to add back one from Grave to be able to fuel that discard from the Dragon Buster. That's the nice thing about A, is it can add back from Grave, just so you have a discard outlet at all times. Now, linking off B and the Gamma Seal into IP Masquerena, looks like we could see a possible setup for an Avermax here, which would also not be able to be destroyed by card effects. A adding back itself, and B adding a copy of itself. The ABCs are very busted in that they can do that. They can just add copies of themselves, search copies of themselves, and summon things from hand. Even themselves from hand. So going for Buster Drake now finding all the pieces thanks to that Union Hanger, discarding a Assault Core to banish the Utopia. Now going straight into battle phase, Buster Dragon over Harpy Lady number 3, and then we can imagine Unicorn will most likely go over the Perfumer, and then IP swinging for a whopping 800, but still 800 nonetheless, so chipping those life points down even further. Granted, our ABC player is already pretty low thanks to a Solemn Judgment, and that's what he's going to do there, is just pass. And that's going to be it for game 2. A live Buster Drake, or Buster Dragon rather, and an IP ready to link into an Avermax. So Harpy's just going to scoop it up, and we're going to head into game 3. ABC going first, and not seeing a very optimal hand again, just setting one back row and setting one monster and passing. End phase D-Shifter. To prevent any possible, hand shenanigans that might be happening, and also be able to banish anything he might be able to destroy in the battle phase. So if he hits a set, B or A or C, whatever it might be, it will get banished, will not get its effect in the graveyard, which could be pretty crucial. It looks like a copy of Nibiru in the hand of our ABC player. I believe that is a main deck to Nibiru, because I think we saw it in his hand game 1. So rather interesting choice to main deck the Nibiru. Elegant Egotist now also helping to complete a possible rank 4 play. We're going to go to the battle phase, and hits, I'm actually not sure what that monster is, but it is a Union monster, so I'm not really surprised to see it in the main deck here for ABCs. If anybody knows that monster is, feel free to let me know down in the comments. I imagine it's a Union monster of some sorts. But that's really all it's all coming to mind right now. And we're going to see Tornado Dragon try to hit the back row. It's going to be impermanence. Might as well chain, but could keep away a Union Hanger, which is nice, but that's really all it can really stop in this current situation, I guess. That's really all it can be good for. And it looks like he actually has a copy of Union Hanger in hand. Or no, Mind Control it is, I believe. Mind Control going to do wonders here, taking away the Tornado and using its effect to be able to clear a Set Red Reboot, which is actually one of the cards that was hit on the Forbidden and Limited list, which is why I needed to get this video out today, because turns out a card was actually used in this duel that was hindered by the ban list. I didn't really think it would be ABC versus Harpies, but of course the infamous side deck card that we all know and love is Red Reboot is now at 1. Going to Harpy Conductor now. End phase looks like might be adding... We're adding off of the Harpist, rather, a Channeler. I think the first time we might have seen Harpy Conductor being summoned. I think at least the past few times we've seen Harpies on the feature match. Swinging with some damage first, obviously, then going to Harpy Conductor. And it looks like that's just going to be it. The hand's so bad from our ABC players. It looks like a Utopia double play will just be next turn, and there's not much you can do about it. The Nibiru won't be able to stop him from getting into those summons that he needs to be able to, make the Utopia double play happen. I think that would be 4 summons. So just barely able to dodge around the Nibiru. Granted, I think he did have a Judgment in his hand, or at least able to at least set, but he's already very low in life points, so using the Judgment at any point during that whole sequence will just, allow his opponent to proceed to battle phase and clean up the remaining damage just to secure the game. So yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Last feature match of the format. Excited for the new format. Absolutely Cannot wait to get you guys the first round of feature matches that I can in the new format. And yeah, as always, guys, winner kills signing out. We'll see you guys in the next one.